So straight from a few busy weeks working back home and on the cars to Formula Drift here in St. Louis. We're back here. It's the first time back at this track for me since 2019, where we managed to actually win here the last time we were here. So yeah, I'd be very hopeful that we start going in the right direction again this weekend. What I love about this year, the team have been really, you know, willing to work with me to try to figure out a setup of the car that suits my driving style, and we made a very big change for this weekend. We're hoping that will put us in the right direction. I quickly drove the car around the parking lot and it felt better to me, but you never really know until you start driving. So look at my back wheels. Full Irish breakfast. Chelsea has his pizza. I had my breakfast. Huge thanks to the team for working with me, and yeah, it's been a pleasure. So I know that we're gonna get to a point where I feel extremely comfortable in this car, and I can't wait. But it's a fun journey, you know, going from the start to seeing the changes we're after making every single round, and it just keeps on getting better and better for me. So yeah, fingers crossed it keeps going in that direction. Right, today we have practice, we have qualifying later tonight, extremely late. It's at like, it finishes at midnight, which is 6 AM in Ireland. And yeah, so gonna be a long day, but we'll give it our best. See how it goes. Hey, see you out there for practice. Starting to feel good, but on the second run it was my first time doing the outer line on the last corner, and going up onto the bank is extremely severe in the car, so you're drifting on flat to big angle on the bank, and unfortunately I backed off a bit. Travis Reeder was right behind us. He really gave us a good smash in the back wheel. Bent a couple of things, so missing a bit of practice, but the team are on it. We'll be back out there in a minute. In good news, the steering seems to be getting better. Definitely a step in the right direction. So I'm happy with that. The car feels good on this track. It feels fast, and looking forward to doing more runs. So there's our wheel after the impact. But yeah, let's get going. up practice. Had some very strong ones, had some runs with mistakes. So finding kind of a balance there, be totally honest. I always try to be as honest with you all as possible to show you what I'm going through. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like the car is a lot better. It's so hot in the car, it's insane. It's the same for everyone, but it's definitely affecting me. I feel a bit fatigued, so definitely don't have my energy where it needs to be. Got an hour now to reset before qualifying, so I'm gonna jump in the truck, have some aircon, reset my mind, and hopefully I can make it count when it matters. Definitely seems to be going in a good direction with the car, so it's really all down to me. Need to be awake, be focused, and hope that it works out. Drifting is one of the toughest mental games I think there is in motorsport. We're pushing the absolute limit for that #1 spot, and if you have any mistake, you know you're knocked off top spot. So it's tough, but that's what makes it amazing as a driver, because when it goes right, there's no better feeling. So let's hope that we can be lucky and not mess it up when it counts, but either way we'll try our best.
Three-time champion James Dean back on American soil behind the wheel of this AutoZone Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD. Gets to that first outside zone, and RTR, again, 3 in a row with Vaughn, Chelsea, and most recently Adam LZ. Can James Dean make that a 4P? That would be pretty sweet with RTR Kim filling that outside zone 3 and outside zone 4. Ooh, he flirts with that wall. Maybe a little hesitant there, maybe got nervous, puckered up. Sparks go flying as he makes his way up the bank and hammers down James the Machine Dean.
I think we're sitting 9th or 10th. Not great, but what can I do? First run in the dark, I sound like a broken record from the last few events, but first run in the dark, I wanted to push harder, but I should have. I just wasn't sure exactly on my markers in the dark. It didn't come together, but it was a solid run. It wasn't amazing. I got all my marks, but I just needed more flair, so got dinged on the X Factor. I'm disappointed a bit, but it is what it is. It's the start of the weekend. It was a lot in one day again, between practice this morning and straight into qualifying tonight. It's a long day. It's like 5 AM back home, and that's pretty much my excuses for this round. Yeah, look, tomorrow is a day to kind of rest and reset, so I'm gonna take it easy as I can and then come back hungry, ready to push hard on Saturday for the main battle. So let's hope it comes together. I know we can do it, just needs to all come together. Yeah, fingers crossed. So today is game day, 5th round. I can't believe it's the 5th round of Formula Drift. It still feels like we're just getting started. We're out here in practice in the lead line with the AutoZone RTR, as always, hoping for a good day, but we've managed to, we had a day off yesterday, just had some media stuff and meeting some fans. It was good to acclimatise myself to the late time zone, especially at this round because it runs so late. Finishing again at midnight tonight. Yeah, feeling fresher, feeling good, looking forward to getting some good laps of practice. I want to push it hard today and hope that it all works out. So on top 32 we got Rob Thorne again, who we battled in Orlando. He's a very capable driver, getting better every time, and is actually one of the fastest guys on the track. So yeah, we got to keep it together, push hard, be aggressive, yeah, and hope it all works out. Let's go. Car's running good. A few changes to the steering seems to have been an improvement, so I'm looking forward to just pushing it more, getting more confident, and hopefully end up somewhere close to the box tonight. Okay, so we're just finished a really good practice. Best practice I've had all year, for sure. I know I can do it. We got Thorn first in top 32, so one step at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, the car is feeling great. The steering is working better than ever. It's suiting my style more. I can snap the car more. I can trust it more. So it's really going to come down to it. I need to keep my energy, keep my focus, drink plenty of water because it's super hot. I feel like we can do it. I just need a bit of luck and need to stay focused and push hard. Everyone's driving well. Like, it's so hard. You breathe for a little second on entry because you think, oh, I'm gonna catch up, and next thing there's a 2-car gap. So you need your timing so perfect, you need everything so perfect. So easy to make mistakes, but in general I'm feeling pretty confident. Team are doing a great job. We've had plenty of contact and practice, hanging bumpers, eating through nitrous bottles. She's taking it, she loves it. Everyone's super busy, but it's good. How's it for you?
It's good. Got some drivetrain issues.
Yeah?
Yeah. But,
vibration or something, or
like a rattle or a broken quick change or something maybe.
Okay.
I have been whipping it through and trying to find out what it is exactly, but stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was doing practice and I had a run with Chelsea, and Chelsea was leading. He did a great lead in front of me, and I've been dropping the third gear for the hairpin all weekend, and you had the run on me. Just like, I think the tire smoke and the dig worked really well. So like you pulled probably 2 car lengths of me coming out of outer 2. So then in my next 2 runs I left it in 4th. Just massaged the clutch, and I think it's definitely faster.
It's faster.
Yeah.
It's not easier, but it's faster.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you know.
Now that I'm feeling more confident in the car, I feel like we can do it. So I'm just going to forget about even my last lead run. I was doing it, everything's sweet in 4th gear. I dropped to the 3rd for a second. I was, oh no, up in the 4th again. Yeah. I just kept it going.
Same. It's that split second and lightening the car up for a second during the shift. And to me, it makes a part that you could fail. Like if you miss a shift, you're in trouble.
Bumper budget and check.
Having fun out there.
Okay, so now take a bit of a rest. Get ready for the battles.
First outside zone, James Dean, massive angle there. Robert Thorn drops in the formation, not as deep, but now he gets that great proximity there. James Dean, lean and smooth and tidy in the outside zone. Great dragging bumper. It bounces back on his final outside zone. Goes James Dean using all the course. Wow. But I'll tell you what, Robert Thorn was right there. Look at the placement of James Dean's car. I mean, the bumper, I believe, compressed and then went right back out.
Yeah, that would have been a really high-scoring qualifying run. I think, Jared, you can see Thorn in the chase position there doing his best, not quite on the widest line and not really matching the angle until right about here, but James Dean, just the widest run you could possibly have without putting the car into the wall in a serious negative way. Like you said, the bumper sort of compressed on outside zone number 3, but look at that, beautiful job there. Thorn is not in outside zone 1, but making that compromise to maintain proximity and hoping that it pays off for him in the long run. And watch. Look at that, right on the wall, all the way through there is James Dean. Good transition from both drivers, but Robert Thorn is making some compromises to maintain that proximity, and that's
Robert Thorne out front. I got to tell you, his driving has progressed here in Pro. This is rookie year in the Pro Championship. James Dean looks like he's given a little bit of breathing room, but maybe too much. Nope, now he gets right to the side of him. Now catching up into that third outside zone. Great job by Thorne. Look at this, Thorne out front. He's putting down a heater of a run. Robert Thorne looks like he exceeds that red and white. He does drop a little bit of a tire on the red and white Rumble strip.
He's sort of making a couple of compromises himself. Not as bad as what Thorne did, but just a couple of little ones here and there. Thorne does a good job through zone number 2. Not quite the angle that we'd like to see through that zone. He sacrificed a little bit there in the lead position. But overall, great job by Robert Thorne here against how many years champion is James Dean?
3.
3 years.
3-time back to back to back. 3 in a row. Thorne one more time and one more time. So go back to the one more time battle. James Dean, Robert Thorne. Let's see if the Ducks like this one, the mother ducker. James Dean initiates, Robert Thorne, there we go. Keep it, still flirting with the dirt here. Big angle there from James Dean. He counters Robert Thorne. He's talking about, does he have the power? It seems like he does. Does he have the angle? Does he mimic it? And again, I want to take a look at James Dean. The transition outside zone 2 was a little delayed. TBD, we will find out from James Dean, passing down Roach's zone.
Mostly now. Robert Thorne right here doesn't get into outside zone 1 until later on, but definitely straightens up there in the chase position, and we're going to have to see who's to blame for that, if it is actually Thorne's fault or if it's because James Dean went really wide and long on 1 and then had to come across the track. But that definitely was a tricky little area right there.
Jr., he's watching at home, cheering him on. Boss man says, give it to him. But Robert Thorne's going to fight back. He's going to stick the Thorne in. What do we got? Into that second outside zone. Robert Thorne, good angle, looking very consistent. You can see rock solid here. That third outside zone. Now into the final outside zone. How are they going to manage? Thorne puts it right in there. I'll tell you what, Robert Thorne, James Dean, he does get a little frisky there towards the end. But
again, as they get to angle here. So Dean does get online through zone 1, does mimic what he's doing, but right here through zone 2, he makes a pretty big compromise as he comes into zone 2 in the chase position to maintain that proximity. Didn't really match the line, didn't get out wide, and then right here, Dean's a little bit on the inside, but not too much.
I went out against Thorne in Park 32, and drifting is hard. I really thought it was coming together today. I'm so disappointed. I cannot believe it. The team are trying to protest, I think, because they said that he's straight behind me. I didn't see it. I'm just so disappointed. So my lead run, my first lead run was amazing. Like, really happy with it. He did a great run behind us. Like, he was just trying his best, so he was doing great. So nothing against him. But from the information I'm getting off the team, I had a much better lead than his lead, and when I was chasing, I left him too much space on initiation into the first corner, but I caught him up really quickly and chased him really well. Then I went to one more time, which the team kind of disagreed with. They thought I had it. Went to one more time. I said, right, let's do a sick lead run. I half dropped the tire off the first corner because I was pushing the limits. That set me up wrong for the second corner, and basically the rest of the lead run was really good. They said that he's straightened behind me. Then I chased him well in the first corner, but I transitioned too soon through the smoke. I messed up my rhythm with the steering, and just ended up in the wrong place and messed it up. So I chased him hard all the way through to the finish and across the line, but they went with him. What can you do?
Buddy, deep breath and focus. We're watching. See you on the other side.